right, we're back. We're back at it. I'm not in New Jersey anymore. I'm back in Michigan. Although I did see Bob the other day.
You made it back.
Oh, dude. Flying out of Newark is like terrible. Like if there's any rain or anything like that, it is terrible. But you want to know what else is
My
terrible?
life.
Oh yeah, true. You're always stuck. You want to know what else is terrible? Being Jaguar Land Rover right now.
Why would that be?
Not a good look. They've been down since September 1st.
What do you mean by down?
As in, they can't produce anything.
I feel like that's a problem when you're a manufacturer.
Yeah, they're losing an estimated 72 billion pounds a day, which I think is like $98 million a day.
I don't know what pounds to dollars is, but yeah, it sounds like a lot.
Well, they're the biggest manufacturer in Britain, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pound for pound. Sorry.
Oh,
that's a bad joke. We're
It
getting
is.
canceled for that.
oh man.
Um,
I'm gonna start the bad dad jokes.
well, but Bob was just talking about what they're not expected to be up to like what the 23rd, 24th, something like that.
24th is what's in this article that showed that went out yesterday.
So that's 24 days without being able to make a car, and they normally make 1,000 a day. Yeah, 1,000 a day. So 24,000 vehicles behind. Ooh.
So we're gonna do 23 days times 72 million pounds. 1.656 million pounds. That's a lot of pounds.
It's heavy.
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know what the labor laws look like in over there, but in the U.S. they would be shutting down the factory, sending people home, and not paying people for those 24 days.
Yep.
100%.
Well,
Jaguar made $29 billion last year. Right now, they're looking to lose 5.7% of revenue based on last year's numbers.
so what about
Of
their
revenue, not
suppliers?
profit. Of revenue, not profit.
Of revenue. 5.7% of revenue in 23 days. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the one myth that we're told all the time? I'll restore from backup.
Yep. We just hit the button and put it back.
Yeah, I'll just restore from backup. I'll be fine. I'll be back up and running in no time.
I don't think they have an easy button.
Well, they're also in the middle of an investigation, right? So they're in the middle of the investigation, probably from regulators, but also just doing instant response.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Probably trying to figure out, one, how did they get access?
Are they
What did
still
get
there?
access to? Yeah, because it says they shut down their IT system, so we don't even know what the actual impact of it is. Did they? What parts did they damage? Because if they haven't been up, if they're not up now, it's because they don't know. They don't know how it happened and how to get to that point.
Yeah.
They're waiting, So I think, how often do you hear that? I hear it all the time. I have cyber insurance. I have backups. Those are two things I hear all the time. And people don't seem to realize that restoring from backup isn't a bulletproof thing all the time. Like you want it to be, but like it takes time.
That depends on a lot of factors too. So
Sure.
protect yourselves from all avenues.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do
we're
love
just-
that they stressed that there is no evidence that customer data was stolen. Congratulations, but you still can't do jack shit.
You're not making cars right now. You're not making money right now. And
You're not getting new customers right now.
And Bob said it really well too in the green room. What about the supply chain ripple effect of this?
Mm-hmm.
All these suppliers to Jaguar Land Rover, like what is the impact on them?
Those suppliers have obviously have contracts with them to get product there just in time because how many tires can they really store at the factory to keep that going? And a lot of these, I would guess a lot of the suppliers are probably little guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it just demonstrates, like you said, it just demonstrates that the supply chain really does get affected by everything.
Big ripple effect.
Well, and what's a ripple effect of 23 days? Because, they're going to be down almost a month. And this is if they come up with the 24th. Let's assume they come up with the 24th. Right. Let's just assume that. How many suppliers does a auto manufacturer have? Like, I mean, potentially hundreds or thousands, depending on how they're doing it. And then those suppliers will have probably suppliers because they have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You extend this out. This could be a big deal for that economy. And
even those small suppliers, they're putting out money, buying product, putting it together, getting it over there. The cash outlay for them is not something they budgeted for.
On top of this is not the only the major company that's been hit in the UK. Like this year, Co-op Group got hit, Marks and Spencer's, which is like a merchant. They got hit and they exceeded their cyber insurance, which was $100 million, 100 million pounds. Sorry. They said it was only going to maybe cover half. And the Co-op Group, I believe, does like retail businesses and like grocery and stuff like that. They didn't have cyber insurance. The numbers I saw were insane for this. They were estimating between those two, it was something like £500 million of loss. Now you add this. I mean, what does that look like to the UK economy? So,
goodness.
I just got a pop up. U.S. government charges British teenager accused of at least 120 scattered spider hacks.
Yeah, some of them were based on the UK. So I think both Co-op and Marks and Spencer was hit by a combination of scattered spider and some other people. Lapsus, I believe, is involved in some of these. This really reeks of it here for Jaguar Land Rover. But what's the impact? And the impact on this economy is huge. But if anybody's ever tried to restore, like when you're in IT and you try to restore like whole systems, you can pretty much figure it's going to be 4 to 5 times longer to restore than it was to actually back it up. Depending on a lot of factors. Like one, the speed of the storage that you have for backup. Where do you have to restore? What if you're pulling it down from the cloud? What if your internet's getting throttled? What if the company that had it is getting throttled? Like, and
how do you
that's
get
just
your data,
restore.
basically?
Yeah, that's just restore. Not to mention, if you're going through instant response, you can't touch anything.
Well, and restoring is one thing, but getting systems talking again and breathing again and communicating again, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because Jaguar Land Rover right now, they have cyber insurance. They're getting stuck with this trying to do instant response. They can't bring systems back up. They obviously didn't have any kind of like other systems that they could bring up, like like any kind of like warm site or hot site. So they're just waiting. This is going to be more and more companies. As you rely more on cyber insurance and they want their instant response done, you can't restore. You can't just go out there and restore.
Right.
So you sit here and you're like, okay, well, how long am I going to be down? Now, I started seeing people talk more about business interruption insurance. Well, is your business interruption insurance enough to cover this? 23 days? I gather most people don't even have close to that.
That's wild.
Yeah. So the whole fallacy of, hey, I'll just restore from backup. Well, maybe.
Assuming the backups are still intact, so many things, the standard playbook is they corrupt the backups, they corrupt they exfiltrate some of the data that they want, then they encrypt.
Yep.
But even assuming that you've done everything right, you have offsite backups, you have backups that are immutable, which means nobody can delete them or modify them or anything like that. Even with that, restoring takes time. And then you have to do validation. And then how much data did you lose from the last time the backup was taken? So I think the myth that we're trying to say is like, yeah, backup's great when you need it, and that's awesome, and you need it. It's something that you have to do at a bare minimum, but don't always just expect to rely on that.
Yeah, it's a minimum
because it's going to take time.
And have a plan. Now there was another notice that came out from Sophos who was commenting on what they're seeing out there, and they said they might be down into November. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
November?
It was something like one of the other things I think was from Sophos this morning that said, based on what we're seeing, they're an outsider looking at it, but it's not looking good. So, have a plan, guys. Test the plan.
Let's see here. We gotta do the
when is the last time you tested it?
Well, we all know that small businesses don't test backups very often. I hate to say that, but it's true. A lot of MSPs don't. They say they do, but they don't, which is terrifying. I'm not trying to bash anybody. It's just the truth. Like, I've asked for proof of that before from companies. It's hard to get.
It's hard to get. Yeah.
They're down 61 days. They're going to lose almost $4.4 billion in revenue.
That's insane.
Which, assuming they can do 29 billion again, which they probably can't because they lost the revenue, right? That'd be 15% of last year's revenue.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Actually, it wasn't Sophos who said it. Sophos was quoted in that article. But according to the article, it says industry sources have in the meantime warned that a disruption could last into November.
That's
whoa.
Okay.
Hold on.
I mean, I hope that they'll probably survive. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably survive, but I mean, what's the long-term impact of this?
Mm-hmm.
Can I share it? Yep, into November. I hope it's not right, obviously, but
oh yeah, Lapsus Shiny Hunters. Yep, Scattered Spider. Sounds about right. Actually, what's funny is they just said they retired. So maybe they retired because they got paid.
Said they retired the group.
Yeah, they were just those guys were just talking about retiring. So maybe
they're going out in style.
Going out with a bang.
I mean, we saw Black Hat do it. They took a big payout and just bounced, exit scam, pay out the affiliates. Shiny Hunters. I'm pretty sure it was these guys. All three of them retired.
So anyway, that's enough for this week. That's scaring people this week, I think.
I'm just verifying this. Yeah, 15 well-known ransom groups, including Scattered Spider, Shiny Hunters, and Lapsus, have announced they're shutting down their operations. Somebody got paid, dude. There's a golden parachute in there someplace. We'll have to see.
If you're waiting for a Jaguar to be shipped, it's going to take a while.
Keep waiting.
Yeah. I wonder what the U.S. supply is like for. I'm assuming Range Rover or Land Rover has a bigger supply in the United States than Jaguar.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's see, USA supply. I don't know because they paused deliveries in April. Did they restart? Okay, they restarted in May. Interesting. You'll see. It'll see if they have like a couple months supply in the United States or not. Maybe not. I don't know. If anybody out there, comment down below. Give us a comment and update us if you know how many days dealers have supply for Land Rover Jaguar in the United States. Be interesting to see what that
comment or comment below if you're waiting for a car. I'd love to know how long it's going to take.
Yeah, and which cars. So we know who to reach out for a ride. So, all right. Next week,
guys. Till next week.
Another myth.
Bye, everybody.
Another myth.
All right. Have a good week, guys.